please give a warm welcome to West Point woman, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I am so glad to be here and thankful that Jennifer has worked with me to make this a reality. Having gone to West Point, I think anybody that has gone through some of the things I have would be able to teach a little bit about adversity. If you go to Webster's, you're going to find something like this: a state or instance of serious or continued difficulty or misfortune. Affects pretty much everybody. Everybody's going to run into challenge and obstacles in their lives. With time and exposure to adversity, we get better at handling it. When we learn how to manage those obstacles, those challenges in our lives, then and only then can we lead others through it. So I want to take you through some of the adversity that a woman at West Point in the early years. On the first day, something I will always remember for the rest of my life was called our day, our reception day, which begins 7 weeks of cadet basic training, which we affectionately called Beast Barracks. Kind of tells you a little bit about what it was like. But in that first day, as you can see, you come in civilian clothes, they take all that away. They fit you for several uniforms. They teach you how to address upperclassmen, how to salute, and how to march. And by the end of the day, you're putting on a parade for your parents. Pretty amazing. 1,500 kids, and they do this. USMA trivia that we called plebe poop. Okay. So at any given moment, an upperclassman could ask you, how many gallons in Lusk Reservoir, for example? And you had to be able to say it perfectly. Or what is the definition of discipline? Schofield's definition of discipline, which is something you memorized, are really important. How many days until the Army-Navy game? And we'd have to say, sir, there are, whatever, 30 days until Army beats the hell out of Navy, okay? You would be overcome or learn to overcome those situations. And I argue in my book that we learned as women adaptation skills that our male counterparts may not have had to learn or learn to the same degree. At West Point, I cried, I laughed, I failed, I despaired, I succeeded, I got hurt, I loved, I began to lead, and I overcame again and again. One of the things we had to do in our first year was something called plebe swimming. Now, even all our PT kind of classes were graded, and you could fail and you could be sent home. And one of them was the infamous 50-meter bob and travel. Now let me describe what this is. We'd come out with our lovely one-piece swimsuits, and then there'd be a bunch of fatigues that we'd put on. Those are before battle dress uniform. They're all green. And they would be men's fatigues, of course. You'd put them on, and then you'd put on men's boots. Okay, my little foot and some big foot. And then you'd put on a rucksack filled with 40 pounds of bricks. So at the time, I'm just 5'2", and at the time I was a tiny little runner, I was 100 pounds. The idea was you were to jump into the pool, get to the bottom, push off, bob and travel 50 meters. Now I should also mention that the Department of Physical Education instructors would not be known for their emotional intelligence or their empathy. So if somebody struggled in this event, you could kind of take in some water before they'd pull you out. So what do you think happens when a 100-pound, 5'2" woman jumps in with 40 pounds of bricks on her back? You're right, I'm pulled on my back. I go, I know this is engineering, but do they want us to really experience physics? Because I'm on my back. And so I have to struggle, get out of my backpack, and I get back up, pull it out. I'm getting yelled at because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I said, I'm going to have to do something different here. So the next time, I lean forward when I jump in, get to the bottom of the pool, push off with everything. It's 8 feet deep. I barely get over the water, take in a little breath, and on the way down I realize I don't have enough oxygen to go all the way down and up again. So again, I have to struggle out. Get out to the side of the pool, but by this time I had confidence. I wasn't going to die. It's kind of good to know. I'm not going to die. I'm going to figure this out. And I kind of look over, and my male counterparts, they're just going and bobbing and traveling, but I'm not. And I can't change the situation. I can't even get out of it. So I said, okay, this time I jump down, I get my good footing, I push off, I clear the water, take a deep breath. And on the way down I realized, you know what? I can make better movement by walking on the bottom than pushing off. because otherwise I'm going to bob and travel forever. So that is how I completed the 50-meter indoor bob and travel. I remember taking my rucksack up, and this DPE instructor, big man, looks down at me, "Good job, cadet, we've never seen anyone do it that way."